Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. It is a glorious sunny Sunday today and I've been up since the crack of dawn, which is usual. I normally get up at 5 a.m. but on Sundays I like to have a little lie-in. But me, my boyfriend and our dog went on a gorgeous reservoir walk at 6:30 this morning, and I've just been sat in the garden, drinking smoothies, meditating, reading my book, living my best life. And I've just come upstairs to film this yoga flow for detox and digestion, which I'm super excited about. So I hope wherever you are having a beautiful day. I'm sure when I upload this, the weather will have changed, as that's just what happens in the UK. Anyway, this is something that I am super passionate about when it comes to yoga, is the benefits it has on digestion, as it's something I've suffered with in the past, is IBS, and it's not the reason I started yoga, but it's one of the biggest benefits that came from it. And I think it's both the mental side of it, of being able to calm the mind and the nervous system, strengthen the immune system, which has a huge effect on the gut. The brain and the gut are so interlinked. And also the physical side of the postures, of massaging the abdominals, of the twists, etc. So whether you are just looking for a full body, peaceful yoga flow, or you are looking to help digestion, bloating, IBS, then this is the class for you. So grab your mat, grab some water, and we will get yogaing. Okay, my lovelies, we're just gonna start in a comfortable cross-leg position on your mat. Let the hands rest onto the tops of the knees, let the eyes float closed. Let's just take a moment to arrive on our mat today. One long inhale is just gonna lengthen the spine, improve the body's posture. Open the chest. And one long exhale is gonna let go of any tension you might be holding in the face. Let the shoulders sink down away from the ears. And just take a moment to follow some nice deep breaths up and down the spine. Lengthening on your inhale, relaxing on your exhale. And by focusing on the breath, we start to turn our awareness inwards. We turn it away from the external world. And I just want you to set a little intention to keep that awareness inwards as we move through this practice. Just focused on the body, the flow of breath, and to draw the mind back every time that it wanders. From here, just inhaling a little more, finding more length and straightening out the arms this time so that elbows are straight. You're leaning back against the knees, and your exhale is just going to draw your left ear down to your left shoulder. Exhale rolls the chin along the chest. Inhale draws right ear above the right shoulder. And you're just going to keep that going with the breath. Exhale, chin rolls along the chest. Inhale, draw the ear above the shoulder. Exhale, chin rolls along the chest. Inhale, draw the ear above the shoulder. Keep that going in your own time, moving with the breath. And then gently bringing the head all the way back to center and starting to move into the body. So as we inhale, we're going to draw our chest forward. We're going to create circles. So inhale draws the chest forward. Exhale rounds you back, chin to the chest. Inhale, move all the way forward. Exhale, round all the way back. So we're just circling into the body, getting a nice stretch into the back and a nice stretch into the chest. And just keep this going. Sometimes it's nice to just close your eyes here and just connect to the body. And change directions with those circles. Inhale draws your chest forward, exhales round you all the way back. And then gently bring yourself all the way back to center. Inhale, palms come together over the head. Exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, right fingertips behind the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine, send the gaze over the shoulder. Find that nice twist through the upper back. And then keeping your hand onto your right knee, we're going to sweep the right arm up on our inhale. We're drawing our left shoulder down towards our left knee. So you should feel that stretch moving all the way through the side of the body. Keep the chest spinning open. Inhale draws you all the way back up, palms together over the head. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Right hand outside of the left knee. Left fingertips behind the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale into that twist. Keeping the right hand where it is. Inhale, left arm sweeps up as you draw your right shoulder down towards the right knee. Keep the chest spinning open and find that stretch all the way through the side of the body. Perfect. Inhale, draw all the way up. From here, we're going to come into child's pose at the end of the mat. So you can roll over the tops of your ankles or you swing those legs round. Extending the arms all the way forward, finding length through the spine, through the shoulders. Elbows are lifted, hips sinking down to the heels. Take some nice deep breaths here, big belly breaths. The belly expands on your inhale and sinks back down on your exhale. Starting to bring some movement into this pose. Inhale draws you all the way forward. Knees stay where they are, hands stay where they are. Just drop your belly down on your inhale and open up your chest. Exhale, round the spine and sink all the way back down to the heels. Inhale, draw forward, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, sit your seat back to the heels. Last one, inhale, draw forward, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round through the spine and sit all the way back to the heels. Next, inhale draws you forward into your all fours, so you might want to walk those hands a little closer in. Bring the knees underneath the hips, tucking the toes underneath. One big inhale. One big exhale, we're into our first downward facing dog. Send your hips to the sky. And just notice how that feels today. Notice how the hamstrings feel, the calves feel. And maybe start to bring some movement into your down dog, bending into the knees, pedaling out the feet. Whatever feels good here. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the hips, so open your right hip over your left hip. Drop your heel to your glute. Notice how the shoulders want to sort of twist. Try and keep your shoulders nice and square. Couple of breaths here. Then release gently back to your down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, open your left hip over the right hip. Drop your left heel to your right glute. Keep those shoulders nice and square. Releasing all the way back to downward facing dog. Send the gaze to your hands. And slowly start to walk your feet forwards. We're going to meet in a rag doll at the top of the mat. You might have to lift onto the fingertips or lift the hands up. Feet hips distance apart, soft bend into the knees, find the elbows, and let your body relax here. Take a nice little sway from side to side, letting your whole body feel heavy and relaxed. And then slowly starting to heel toe the feet together so you can take your fingertips down. Hands coming to the heart center. Inhale, sit back and down. You're in your chair pose. Belly button drawing back towards the spine. Lower back is nice and flat. We're going to take that left elbow to the top of the right thigh. Exhale into your twist, opening up the chest. And see if you can lift up that gaze. Check the knees are in line with each other. Hips sitting back and down, keeping that breath flowing. Beautiful. Release the hands down to the mat. Step back with the left foot. Left hand comes in line with the right foot. Inhale as you peel the right arm all the way up, spin open the chest, just staying squeezed up through that back knee. Lifting the gaze up towards your thumb. Keeping that breath flowing. Then lower all the way down to your back knee, release the top of the foot. And inhale, lift all the way up out of the hip crease. Twisting your arms open to the side. You're looking back towards that right thumb. Twisting from the belly. From here, hands come to the heart center. Take that left elbow back to the top of the right thigh. Shoulders stack again as you twist. Looking up towards the ceiling. A little bit of a challenge. We're going to see if we can tuck those back toes underneath. Lifting up the knee. Keeping with that twist, you're trying to draw the side of your body away from the thigh. Perfect, then sending the gaze down. We're going to come into that twisted chair again. So we're stepping the left foot back where it came from. If you want to float through Warrior 3, you can. So your elbows stay as they are. Slowly start to walk your left foot in. See if you can balance on the right foot. Good, couple of breaths here. And then really gently bring that left foot to meet the right foot. You're back into that twisted chair. Opening up on that exhale. And releasing hands down. Folding all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine, open the chest. Stepping back to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. 3 breaths in your down dog. And then send your gaze back towards the hands. We're walking those feet up again. See how far you can get them towards the hands. Meeting in our chair pose, feet and knees together, hands to the heart center, sit back and down. This time that right elbow is hooking to the top of the left thigh. Shoulders stacking on the exhale as you twist to the side. Hips stay nice and low. Keeping that breath flowing. Release, hands come down, step back with the right foot, toes tucked underneath. Right hand stays in line with the left foot. Inhale, your left arm peels all the way up as you open up the chest. Send the gaze up towards your thumb. Stay nice and strong through that back leg. And then slowly lowering all the way down to that back knee, release the top of the foot. Inhale, lift out of the hip crease, draw all the way up. Twisting open the chest. You're trying to reach those front fingers further forward, reach those back fingers further back. Maybe you can send the gaze towards the left thumb. Then hands come to the heart center. Right elbow hooks to the top of that left thigh. Same thing in that twisted chair. Exhale, twisting all the way open, lifting the gaze up. Breathing into that twist. After that little challenge, back toes tuck underneath, drawing up the knee. Open back up into that twist, drawing your body away from the thigh, so trying to create some space so we're not resting down. Coming back to twisted chair, so maybe you want to find that Warrior 3 variation, send the gaze down. Start to walk your right foot in. See if you can hover on that left foot. 3 breaths here. And then slowly place that right foot next to the left foot. Sink your hips back and down and just twist open one last time. Looking upwards, twisted chair. Perfect, hands come down. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Stepping back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Big exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, widening the stance, so just opening your feet to the edges of the mat. We're in a wide leg downward facing dog. You might want to walk the hands in a little bit closer. We're going to find a twist here. Right hand comes to the outside of the left leg, wherever it can reach. Your exhale draws you up and underneath your left arm. Coming all the way back to center, switch sides, left hand to the outside of the right leg. Draws you all the way up and underneath, lifting the gaze. Coming all the way back to down dog, start to walk the hands in towards the feet. So we're in a wide leg forward fold at the end of the mat. Same thing here. This time, right hand is going to come to the outside of the left leg. Find length through the spine as you inhale, twist open. Maybe this time you can find a bind around the back, trying to reach down towards that right hip crease, the right thigh. Rolling the shoulder back, opening up the chest. Inhale to reach all the way up and exhale to switch sides. Inhale. And then exhale, maybe into that bind, reaching down to find the left thigh, the left hip crease. Keeping that breath flowing in and out of the belly. And then releasing, hands come down, turning out the toes to the side. Sit your hips all the way back and down, elbows to the insides of the knees, hands to the heart center. Finding our Yogi Squat. Maybe you can close your eyes here, find some nice deep abdominal breaths in and out of the belly. And slowly from here, release. We're coming down to seated. There's no nice way to come out of a Yogi Squat. If you can, sit all the way down, just extending into the legs. So we're in our staff pose. The legs are straight, body's nice and straight. We're going to take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Right fingertips behind the back. You can either inhale, reach your left arm up, and exhale, hook your left elbow to the front of the right thigh. Use it to twist yourself open on your exhale. If that's too much, you can just hug your thigh in. But with each inhale, you're lengthening, and with each exhale, you're twisting. Gently coming all the way back to center, right knee over the top of the left knee, taking it into half shoelace pose. Either hands around the back of the knee, or they can reach down for the foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest. Exhale, hinging from the hips into your forward fold. A nice deep hamstring stretch here. Big deep breaths in and out of the belly. Inhale, release, draw all the way up and just switch sides. So stepping the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Left fingertips behind the back. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, either hook that elbow to the outside of the left thigh or you're hugging in with your right arm. Inhale, lengthens the spine, and exhale, opens your chest to the side for that twist. And then gently coming all the way back to center, left knee stacks over the right knee, taking it into half shoelace. So again, either reaching for the foot or hands come underneath the back of the knee. Inhale, find length. Keep that length and exhale into your fold. Slowly release on your next inhale. From here, we're coming all the way down onto our backs, hugging the knees in, and just really gently rocking the lower back out from side to side. Keeping your fingers interlaced around the right knee, extend the left leg down to the mat. Hug the right knee in. Take a couple of breaths here, squeezing it in towards the body. Then just open it out to the side slightly, keep squeezing it in. Notice that stretch moving into the hip. Another couple of breaths here. And we're going to take it into that spinal twist. Your left hand staying on the right knee. You're going to cross your leg all the way over the left leg. Almost coming onto the side of the body. And then reaching your right arm out to the side. See if that gaze can follow. Let your eyes close. We're going to find 5 nice deep breaths into the belly to help massage all of those internal organs, to help with that digestion, to help with detoxifying the body. So many benefits from our twists. Slowly coming all the way back to center, hug both knees in again. Interlacing the fingers, just rock that lower back out again. We're switching sides. So hands stay around the left knee, extend the right leg all the way down. Exhale, draws the leg in towards the body. And then open that leg out to the side. Notice that stretch moving round, keep it squeezing in. And then take it into that spinal twist, right hand onto the left knee, cross it all the way over the body. Coming slightly onto the side, or all the way onto the side. This is your twist, you can find what feels good here. Letting the left arm open to the side, maybe the gaze follows. Breathing into the abdomen, breathing into that twist. 5 deep breaths here. Slowly bringing the knees all the way back. One last time, hug the knees in. They'll rock from side to side. Then we're going to extend all the way into the legs and just find a minute in our Shavasana, just to let our body download all of the benefits from our practice, from the twisting. So let your feet drop out to the side, let the palms open to the ceiling to receive. Let your eyes float closed and just stay with your awareness on your breath. Inhale, the belly expands, drawing in that breath, drawing in that prana, life force energy that powers your body. And as you exhale, let the belly sink down, letting go of the breath, letting go of anything that no longer serves you, any stagnant energies, any negative emotions, whatever it may be, let it leave you on the exhale. And just stay here for 1 minute, just focusing on the flow of your breath. When the mind wanders, which it will, it's normal, it's natural. We just have to be conscious and aware and keep drawing the mind back every time. And that's all that our meditation practice is. So just enjoy the next minute here, knowing there's nowhere else for you to be and nothing else for you to do. Time for your body, your mind to relax and let go. And slowly just check in with your body, notice how it feels. Maybe you feel a sense of calm or peace, or just a release of tension from the physical body. Whatever that feeling is, as long as it's a nice one, just invite it with you as you leave this practice, and let it stay with you as you leave your mat. Start to bring some movement back into the body. And we're slowly going to come back to seated, so you can hug your knees in. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, come all the way to your side, back up to seated, with our hands at our heart center. With our eyes closed, let's just take a moment to find gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, so you can thank yourself for taking this time out of your day, devoting it to not just the physical body, which will have benefited so much, but also to the mind as well, for the stillness and the peace that you gave it. Bowing the head to the heart, Namaste.